Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Charlotte Elton from Heritage Christian School on this day after Christmas. Are you all relieved and everything?
Yes, Christmas is always wonderful, and now we just have to focus on getting the decorations down.
Yeah, oh my gosh, isn't that true? I have awesome memories of Christmas at Heritage Christian. Even though these are long over, but talk a little bit about those special programs that you've got.
So we have it kind of broken out by age. The preschool program was adorable, of course, with 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds. And they did a program called Jesus is My Bestest Friend.
Oh, cute.
So, they dressed up like little shepherds and came, marching down the aisle, did some songs, and we spoke, of course. And then our kindergarten through 5th grade students had theirs all together. They were all on the stage for about an hour doing different songs, and it was just different presentations. It was a really beautiful thing.
So beautiful. Yeah, you are really celebrating Christmas. It's so fun. For the students that last year got the news that their class was not going to be held, have you heard back from these families and how they acclimated into other school systems?
Oh, definitely. In fact, we have made a point to reach out. Some reach out to us on Facebook. Other families, we have seen them. They've come in. The students have come in. Even at meetings, public meetings, I've asked the other districts how our kids are doing, and they're reporting. I know one district in particular that received a number of Heritage students said that they purposely scheduled their lunchtime together so that they could see one another.
Nice.
One of our former students in his public school is starting a Bible study, I just heard last week when he was in. And so we want to make sure that we always stay in touch. Even those that move to other private schools, other Christian schools, trying to touch base, see how they're doing, and it seems like they're doing well, getting involved as we would expect. We've heard that they're great kids, of course, which we already knew.
Well, let's talk about the great kids there at Heritage. Tell me about the students. Have you met some who this really has been a life-changing experience for them? I love to hear the stories. Tell me some.
Definitely. Every year we have students who come in, and it's just a completely different environment. And they'll talk about how they love to learn about Jesus and how they love to be able to be free with their faith, pray with their teacher if something is concerning them. We have seen a lot of even maybe a child came in frustrated or kind of, ready, just on edge, and how they've been disarmed over the year through either love or support and counseling. This year we've actually added new counseling and new mentoring options for students, which has been really great. Definitely we've got some turnaround stories. Even, sometimes a student who just seemed to be frustrated, and then over the year you just see them blossom. It's awesome. Yep.
Fun to see. And talk to me about the teachers there.
The teachers, of course, are amazing. As I had mentioned a little bit ago, we have teachers who have been there 20, 25, I think 36 years.
Amazing.
We call her the kindergarten whisperer because she is.
Yes. I know who you mean.
And just, I think that's really critical. Everybody could probably go down the road for more money or go down the road for something different. But it's really our passion for what we're doing, our passion for our community and our mission that makes our faculty and staff so special.
I'm hearing two things: that you have not swayed from your mission one bit, and that children are learning about Jesus. And I'm hearing that you are getting government funds to be able to do this through school choice. Some people, their ears are going, wait a minute, they just perked up and thought, wait, are their hands tied in any way? Are your hands tied in any way because of accepting government funds?
That's a great question. And surprisingly, no, not at this time. And here's why. When the state of Ohio constructed the voucher system, they constructed the voucher system such that it's a voucher to the parent, not to the school. So the parent is the one who decides where to send their child. So when those checks come in, the parent actually endorses the back. They come to us, but the parent endorses it. And so I think that is the way that the state can, alleviate any concerns that public dollars would be going toward religious institutions. They're giving it to the parent, and then the parent is making that choice. And we're thankful so many parents have chosen Heritage Christian.
And I think also people forget that every bit of money that government has isn't the government money. That is our money that we paid in taxes. So it does make sense that it would be returned to parents to make the decision of where do you want your child to go and have a little bit of competition. I'll jump off my soapbox, but competition usually improves quality, doesn't it?
You've got it. And actually, I really need to get my hands on the study, but I was at a seminar and they were talking about Arizona. Arizona had such a big population boom that they had to embrace school choice simply because their public schools could not hold all of the students. And what they found was when they offered school choice, again, charter schools, private schools, online schools, all of the schools actually improved as a result. Now, some schools closed down, but they felt like parents were actually the best accountability measure. If your child's doing well, feels well, having great academic results, that school's going to thrive. If not, then parents are going to make a different choice. And yeah, they found that public schools also, the scores increased just because everybody wants to make sure they're keeping up.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me a little bit about the parents, then, of the children that you're serving. That also seems to be quite a family.
Yes, definitely. We love our parents. We try to be a nice complement to the home, to the church. What we find today is so many parents are busy, and so we really try to respect that. So many times we hold meetings in the evening so that if they're working, they don't have to take off time. A lot of our parents are not only working, but possibly going to school themselves. And so in all of our society now, it feels like we are moving faster and faster and busier, and children have after-school activities and special things they're doing and getting involved in church, which is amazing. And so we try to work with our parents. It seems like they are busier than ever.
Most Christian schools are affiliated with a church or a denomination. Heritage is unique in that it is Heritage Christian School, unaffiliated with any particular church or denomination. It's y'all come, y'all welcome. What kinds of special challenges and what kinds of special opportunities does that structure present?
That's a great question. On the challenges side, I think it does hurt that from a pulpit, we don't have someone maybe endorsing the school or saying, we recommend you go to Heritage Christian School. So on the challenge side, we have to be that advocate for ourselves. Sometimes we even have to inform the churches that, hey, we're here. We're a great option for your children and your church. On the opportunity side, I think it does allow us to, you don't have to be a member of a certain church. We can be non-denominational. We can have pastors from all over the community come in and be a guest during our chapel time without feeling like we maybe have to stick with one church or another. And also some of our local churches have been gracious to come in and pray with our kids and partner with our kids, and that's great. So we always appreciate any time someone encourages Christian education at all. But I'd say those are the pluses and minuses.
How do you recruit then? Where do your students come from?
Well, we do a mailer. Actually, enrollment opens February 1st, so it's before you realize.
Okay, perfect timing.
Yeah, we do a mailer. Sometimes we even go knock on doors because people don't know they have choices. And sometimes even if you send them something that says free tuition, they don't really think it pertains to them when
or
it does.
Or believe you. But people might be skeptical of that.
Exactly. They think there's some sort of hidden catch, and there's not. This coming year even, we're going to, for new families, if they come on a tour, we're going to give them a $20 gift card just because we want them to walk in our doors, see who we are, and then see if it's a good fit for their child.
What is a tour? What does that look like? How much time should we devote to it? What kinds of things should we discuss?
Sure. It can be, I would say in general, the shortest would probably be 30 minutes. Depending on the questions that a parent has, it could be up to an hour. It's basically, if you have a third grader, we go check out the third grade classroom or the fourth grade classroom. We tell you about who we are as a school, what your child is going to learn. We talk to you about our faith. And then we see if the parent wants to proceed and maybe take the next steps, talk to the principal, see if it's a good academic fit.
Anyone can apply. You don't have to be part of school choice ed to be able to come, right? Everyone is welcome.
All are welcome.
And you mentioned two different kinds of grants that came from the state. That one of them went all the way through high school. Who would that be for? Because that was not needs-based? That's a different kind of grant as well?
there are 2 grants, and once you get them, you can, as long as you send in your renewal paperwork every year, they will follow your child through grade 12. One is based on the school district. So some of the schools I mentioned, not needs-based. You could be making $1 million. If your child's assigned to those school buildings, you're eligible.
Wow.
The other is based on 200% of poverty, which, for a family of 4 might be $50,000, $60,000. And that one is up through grade 6 right now. If you have a 7th grader, unfortunately, they won't be eligible. But if you have a kindergarten through grade 6 student, that's the one that every year they're working on expanding.
Come and check you out.
Yeah.
Are there questions that people should ask you when you're on a tour? How do you figure out that this is the right fit for my child?
Well, I think it is interesting just to hear the feedback from parents about what they're looking for in the educational experience. And I think, obviously we're going to share about our faith beliefs. And if that's strongly different from what the parent wants, it may not be the best fit. Academic concerns. We test each student just to make sure we have them in the right spot. Obviously, if a student is maybe 3 or 4 years behind, they might really struggle at Heritage Christian School. It might not be the best fit. And so those are some of the questions and conversations we have about their goals and our goals and just making sure they mesh.
At one point, you were doing some things with homeschooling families that they would be able to take advantage of some of the extracurricular opportunities. Is that still the case?
We do have some opportunities with some extracurriculars for homeschooling parents. A lot of those were at the middle and high school ages. We don't have as many now, but we do still have some. We always welcome homeschooling parents to kind of take a look, see even if a partial day or a hybrid might be an option.
And I want to make sure people understand how early this opportunity begins. What age do you begin with at Heritage?
Age 3. So age 3 and potty trained. Yes.
Important.
Very important.
Yes. So what takes place in a 3-year-old classroom?
Well, we are preschool, so we are starting that school preparation. But so much of what 3-year-olds and even 4-year-olds need is social and emotional. So learning how to get along, how to love one another, how to have that constructive play environment, but also learning our letters, starting early phonics, starting math. Never too early.
How many children are in a classroom at that age?
It maxes out at 12.
Oh, how great. Okay. And then how many teachers are with them? 1 per 12?
Yes. 1 per 12 would be the highest for 3-year-olds. Yes.
Pretty good. All right. Charlotte, there's always just great information coming from you. For people who want to find out more about Heritage Christian School, how do they contact you?
So to schedule a tour, they can give us a call, 330-452-8271. They can also, send us a message on Facebook or Twitter. You can also go to our website, heritagechristianschool.org.
Charlotte Elton, congratulations on 50 years of Heritage Christian School, and thanks for all you do in our community.
Thank you so much.